Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me back on the mat. I know that it's been a little while, but life's been just a little bit busy. So, being able to post videos has been a little bit tricky. But we're back today and hopefully regularly from now on. So, thanks for joining me on the mat. If you've not been here before, I'm Amy, and I like to post fairly accessible videos with lots of variations and nothing too crazy in the terms of what our asana looks like. So this practice, here we are, the weather is getting cold. We're going to be in winter very soon and the mornings are chilly. I like to get my practice done in the morning if I can, if life allows. So this is sort of how my mornings are beginning. So in saying that, you can have blocks if you would like them, but they're probably not necessary. And we are going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So when you're ready, we've got our mat rolled out. Take the knees nice and wide, big toes together. Sit the hips back and begin to stretch the arms out in front. Forehead can rest to the mat. This is one of those spots that if you wanted to put your forehead up on a block, that would be available to you if you need that space. When you're settled, we find our breath. Noticing how the body feels today. Noticing how the breath feels. Slowly lifting the gaze a little. We'll walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Head melts down. We are looking for length through this left side body. So left hip is reaching away, left fingertips are reaching in the opposite direction. And just playing around with that sensation of stretch. I like to let the right arm melt in and be really soft, but you be where you need to be here. So as long as we've got that sensation of stretch and space through that left side body, that's what we're looking for. Lifting the gaze a little again. We walk back through center, over to the other side, melting down. Lifting the gaze a little. We come back to center, melt back down into our child's pose for a round of breath. And slowly we peel ourselves up to our tabletop position. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, actively press down into the mat, feeling active through the abdominals, long through the spine. The face is soft. And from here, when you're ready, we'll begin some spinal movement, meaning with flexion and extension through our cat-cows. So belly drops down, the gaze looks up. And then when we work to tuck our chin, we're rounding the spine to the sky. flowing here, depending on the time of the day that you are stepping onto your mat. It might feel a little bit restricted. Just working with what you've got. Looking to warm up the body, wake up the spine, connect to our breath. And you can stay with that or begin to roll in some circles. So belly drops down, around, up, and over. Abdominals leading the way. When you're ready, we change direction here. And slowly making our way back to center. Cross the ankles behind, sit back. We're going to roll all the way, or just all the way, so that we are on our backs, allowing plenty of space for the spine. Gently bringing the knees into the chest. Taking a little rock from side to side. Noticing that shift of weight through the back body. And when that feels complete, we come back to center, holding in stillness. Melt the shoulders down to the mat. Release the knees, take the arms wide, and we'll drop both knees over to the right for a twist. So I like to lift my upper body a little so that I can get more rotation through the upper body here. But the knees do not need to be on the ground and the shoulders do not need to be on the mat either. So finding somewhere that we can be in our twist to pause for a few rounds of breath. Hands can stay out to the side or rest on the body. Gazing away from the knees if it feels okay. Connecting to your breath here. Again, if it's first thing in the morning, you might be feeling a little bit stiffer than usual. Just allowing that acceptance that this is how we are today, but also bringing that attention inward and seeing where we can find a bit of space and softness. Bringing the gaze back to center, the knees back to center, dropping the knees over to the left. Again, we can take those adjustments through the upper body, that little extra twist there. We have time in this shape, so it's okay if we take time to find stillness. Slowly, we come back to center, knees bent at that 90-degree angle up in the sky. Connection to the abdominals. We've got pelvic floor coming up and in. Perhaps we're imprinting the spine down towards the mat. So it's not sucking everything down towards the mat. We're coming up from the pelvic floor first, but drawing the spine down to the mat. There's still plenty of room for the belly to breathe here. Arms come up to the sky, palms facing each other. From here, drop the shoulders down towards the mat. Just going to do a little bit of warming up through the back body and the abdominals. Left leg, right arm extend away from each other. We go as far as we could go while maintaining that control of the abdominals. Come back in, opposite side. Right leg, left arm, sweep out. It's all about the belly, trying to keep that control going from side to side. We'll just do a couple. Find your breath. Inhale, we sweep everything out. Exhale, come back to that starting position. Keep the face soft and the shoulders melted down into the earth. One more each way. When we're finished, hug the knees back into the chest as tight as you can. Take a little rock here just to release the back. Release the legs, rocking up to a seat. Connecting down into the earth through the sits bones. The knees are soft. Belly, we've definitely woken that up. So being active here, nice and controlled through the abdominals. Rolling through the shoulders. One direction. Rolling the other way. Let the shoulders settle down and back. Arms sweep out wide. We breathe in, sweep them up to the sky, looking up between the fingers. As we release the breath, we find a twist, left hand across the body. Right hand's behind, very active through the belly, perhaps looking back over that back shoulder, if okay, through the neck. Holding here for a few breaths. Gently release. We inhale, sweep the arms back to the sky, looking up between the fingers. On that exhale, we find the twist to the other way. Twisting from those abdominals. Arms can be helping. We've got that control through the belly. Gently we release, sweep the arms back to the sky, look up one last time, and melt the arms down. Give the hands a shake. Let that shake go through the arms, the shoulders, the neck and spinal movement. Just a little bit of release. Beautiful. Rolling again over the ankles. Hands find the mat. Going to come up into a downward dog. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips high. Belly's active and we'll pedal through the legs. The heels don't have to reach the ground. Press the floor away. Nice and active through the whole body here. Finding stillness in our downward dog. Again, if the heels don't touch the mat, that's fine. Drop the knees down towards the floor. Shoot the chest forward. I'm going to come down, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Sweep the chest forward. We come up into a cobra. Little rock through the hips. Shifting left to right. As we do, we look over the shoulder. So as I lift my right hip, I'm looking over the right shoulder. As I lift my left hip, I'm looking over the left shoulder. And settle in. Press the hands into the mat. We've got lift through the shoulders, the chest, and melt all the way down. Tuck the toes, roll back to our downward facing dog. Maybe there's a little bit more space here. Maybe there's not. It's okay. If you need to pedal out the legs, feel free to do so. If you need stillness or if you're ready for stillness, we can take that option. We've been moving and we'll meet in stillness. Knees melt down to the earth. We're going to bring the right foot forward into a lunge. Inside hand plants to the mat. Just hanging out here. Inner thighs are nice and active. There's length through the spine. Begin to shift the hips back for a half splits. That front leg does not need to be straight. And then we're going to flow between the two. Again, this could be a great spot to have the blocks if you needed help here or if you needed that extra space. We meet back in that lunge. Really feel into the muscles of the body. Look for space. Space through the hips, through the spine. And if we're feeling strong through the belly, we begin to lift the upper body up, reaching the palms towards this, reaching the fingertips towards the sky, palms facing. If we've got the balance, we're looking up between the palms, shoulders drop away from the ears. Holding here, feeling that energy in the body, embracing wobbles if they're there. Hands meet at the top, come down to the heart. We switch sides. So it's left legs out in front for our lunge. Finding that lunge first. Awareness through the inner thighs, nice and active. When ready, hips go back for a half splits. And flow between the two. Breath guides the movement, as even and as steady as we can manage today. Meeting back in that lunge, coming or working your way up through the body with awareness. So up through the legs, through the pelvis, through the belly. Arms reach up towards the sky. Shoulders melt down. There's energy through the hands, perhaps gazing up. Finding your breath. Exploring stillness. Palms meet at the top. They come down to the heart. And we come out of our lunge. And let's meet back in a comfortable seat to finish. This way. I'm going to do a seated short meditation, awareness, to finish. If you would like to take a traditional Shavasana laying down, by all means, you're welcome. So if we're seated, grounding down through seat, soften knees, connect to the belly. If you're laying down, allowing yourself to melt down into the earth. Letting go of any effort on the breath. Letting the breath flow naturally. Can we soften the shoulders a little more? Can we soften the muscles through the face a little more? Noticing how the body feels here. Noticing how the breath feels. Can you allow the breath to anchor you here on the mat? Spot for your attention to come back to when you notice that it has wandered. Slowly bring the palms of the hands together, rubbing them to create a bit of heat and energy here. Gently placing the palms over the eyes. We allow ourselves to become aware of the space we're in once again. When you're ready, release the hands back down to the knees and flutter the eyes open. And that completes our practice, guys. Thank you so much for joining in and moving with me. If you enjoyed it, please like this video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. It'll help you get all the notifications when I post new videos. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.